8th October 1932. 6 Indian officers, after 2 years of training at Cranwell, UK, were granted the King's Commission to form the Indian Air Force. The British aircraft they flew would start by hand-turned gear at a speed of 225 kilometers and was named after the North American deer. It was Westland Wapiti, popularly known as WAP. The gunner seated at the rear open cockpit had to be tied down with a chain to prevent him from flying off when the plane somersaulted. 5 Indian pilots had seen the action before during the First World War, but as part of the Royal Flying Corps, England. When the Second World War broke out, the IAF comprised of only 1 squadron with 16 officers and 269 airmen. By the end of the war, owing to their brilliantly daring performance, the IAF had 9 squadrons. In 1942, the Indian Air Force received what is known as one of the world's classic fighter planes, the Hawker Hurricanes. Through 1943 and 1944, the Hurricane Squadron fought on the Burma front. With a speed exceeding 480 kilometers an hour, the Hurricanes flew in pairs. The leader would watch and collect information, and the number 2, nicknamed Weaver, would protect his tail. In 1944, the Indian Air Force received what is considered one of the greatest combat aircraft ever built. With a speed of 720 kilometers an hour and famed for its role during the Battle of Britain, this was the legendary Super Marine Spitfire, and the Indian Air Force had over 350 of them. Disorientation is only one of the pilot's concerns. Up in the air, at such supersonic speeds, the human body is exposed to various forces. One such significant force is G, or gravity. On the ground, the human body experiences 1G, which is our normal body weight. A combat pilot, on the other hand, experiences G many-fold. So, if at 1G his body weight is 60 kilograms, at 9G it's an astounding 540 kilograms. That's 9 times his normal body weight. The stress and strain the body experiences at such high G is tremendous. Just as every part of the body gets heavier with an increase in G, so does the blood. When the blood is heavy, it reaches the brain with difficulty, since it has to climb against gravity. But the brain and the eyes need a constant supply of oxygen and sugar, carried by the blood. If this supply is cut off, the person loses consciousness. On 2nd November 2004, 2 pilots of the Indian Air Force took on a challenging task. They were testing a new engine on the helicopter by landing it at an extreme altitude of 25,150 feet. Nothing deterred the 2 pilots, neither the unprepared surface nor the snow, and certainly not the soft ground. The men and the machines came together to conquer heights never touched before. The mission was completed successfully. A record was set and history was created. The men, Group Captain Batola and Wing Commander Satyendra Sharma, their machine, the Cheetah.
Sparsham Deepatam Achapaz hum chale Chhune aasmaan chale Apni to bas yahi udaan hai Badi shaan se chale Abhimaan se chale Apni to bas yahi pehchaan hai